Pisces, welcome to your reading for the week of April 4th. This week, you start off with the Six of Diamonds, which is you getting better with your finances, planning your finances, planning financial things, investing, planning investments, all sorts of things like that. Planning anything like that out, getting more responsible. This is the type of card where you go out and hire an accountant, maybe, whereas in the past several years, you've just done your taxes yourself. So it's like you getting more financially responsible. Another example I always give with this card is like, this could be you, sometimes getting financially responsible might mean we have to spend money as well. So like, for example, if your car is starting to break, or there's some sort of issue with your car, maybe it's like a minor issue right now. So it's a good idea to spend the money to get that car fixed now, because maybe if you waited in the future, it's just going to cost like 100 times more. So sometimes, again, being financially responsible doesn't mean don't spend money. Sometimes it means we have to spend money to fix things now before they get much worse. And the same thing, like maybe this month you have the money to pay off a loan, and maybe you might be tempted to spend that money on something else, but it's kind of like, you have the opportunity to pay that loan off right now and get it out of your life, whereas if you didn't do it this month, maybe you spend the money and then you just have to keep paying it off for like a longer period of time. So it's all about making those financially responsible decisions under this card. Next, you have the Ten of Hearts. Ten of Hearts is a very good card. It's come up for a lot of signs this week. I've switched decks multiple times throughout these readings because this card keeps coming up, and I'm like wondering, is it stuck or what the deal is? But this is all about getting together with people, getting together with friends. Could even have to do with going to parties, going to weddings, getting married even, planning a marriage. A lot of you could be planning marriage. A lot of you could just be looking into the future and planning those things out in general, but this card usually shows up when you're going to be getting together with a lot of people. The card can also represent fortune after difficulty, so it can represent good things happening to you after a difficult period of time. So a lot of you could see financial increase, friends increase, better opportunities increase, new jobs, all sorts of things under that card. Next, you have the Seven of Spades. This is a card of internal fears, number one, that don't exist. So a lot of you could be having internal fears, things that happened in the past kind of coming back. Definitely want to ignore those things. But this card can also represent, ending things and removing things. So again, kind of like back to that car story about maybe needing to spend a little bit of money to fix something now before it blows up into something much bigger later. It's kind of like one of those cards of making that decision. It can also be a decision of like needing to get rid of some friends. Maybe you're deciding, I really don't want to hang out with some of these people that I've been hanging out with, and so a lot of you could be getting rid of those people. Next, you have the Three of Diamonds, which can represent an argument or some sort of issue, so just definitely try not to argue this week. It would probably mostly center around, like, friends, and it would have to do with differing beliefs. Like, maybe you have a friend and you have totally different beliefs and you get into some sort of argument this week. Try to avoid those things with this card. You definitely don't want to argue under like a Three of Diamonds. It can get, become something much more than it needs to be. But finally, you end with the Jack of Clubs, which is all about looking in the future, looking at your goals and figuring out how you're going to get there and making some decisions, really being decisive. I think maybe Pisces has had some problems making some decisions over the past few weeks, but this is you getting much more serious about that and really just coming to some conclusions, making some decisions, making things happen under this card. So that's that. Looks like a great week. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.